Good evening, all you minties, and welcome back to Reelz Talk with your.
You forgot what
again,
this was called.
It's been, I almost forgot what it's called. With your host, the amazing Amanda, and my lovely co-host. Oh, I did get it right. The Uncanny Omar.
Hey, what's up? Happy to be back. It's been a long time since we've done one of these.
I know. I had a baby and got a new job, and yeah, it's been.
You got a new job, had a baby. It's a life-changing thing. And here I was, just waiting for you to come back to talk about these things because I can't keep up with what's happening in the comic book world and then let alone what's happening in the entertainment world. So it's nice to have you back. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this live stream. It's been a long time since we've done these, and this is the official return. We did a little bit of a teaser with Spider-Man 3 review that we did.
Yeah, because Omar couldn't do a Spider-Man review without me.
I couldn't. I mean, actually,
yeah,
I could have, but it just would have.
And it would have been.
It was good. What?
Yeah,
it would have been what?
It would make me mad.
Would have made you mad.
Yes, it would have made me mad because he knows that I just need all these gifts all the time.
Oh my god! The only reason you came back was to use those stupid gifts.
That's actually the only Spider-Man gift I have because I didn't have time to optimize the rest of them. They're all so big. So
they're huge.
They're huge.
We paid for extra StreamYard, so I don't know why they don't let us upload. So we should be in 1080p now. That is officially in 1080p. I need to address this right here. Maybe Dark Victory Deluxe Edition will be here soon. Waiting for it to get back or come in the mail. So it will be here. I did order it because you specifically asked me. So yes, all these names that we haven't seen, you haven't seen for a while. What, like Andrew? Yeah. Andrew, what's up, man?
Hey, Andrew.
Maybe we'll get a Leo sighting. A wild Leo has appeared.
I see Hayden.
Roy.
Hello, Hayden. But James. Hey, James. We will be talking about Uncharted briefly.
Oh my god, do we have to? Really? With the collector, what's up, man? Graham, my buddy Graham. Matt letting us TMI, Matt.
That's good news.
What's up,
I hope it's going well.
Our buddy Josh, who has his own YouTube channel.
Nice.
Breaking down the comic books and the panels, man. And Torsten. Everybody's excited to see
Hayden.
Amanda.
But I'm always giving Hayden gifts on Pokemon Go. So him and I, we're always doing it. It's good.
You're always doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi,
we're still connecting.
How are you? What are you doing? What's up, Omar? What's up with you, Lionheart?
Hey, Lionheart.
That Lord Raptor. I see Lord Raptor. Hello, Amanda. Great to see you, and you too, Omar. I'm always, it's nice to be.
It's always good to see Omar.
It's always good that I'm there somewhere. Hey, everyone. Good to see Amanda back. It is good. Phil Owens.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? Hi, guys. Good to see you back,
Phil.
Amanda. Good to see you, Reelz Talk back. Yeah, it's officially back. We're gonna see. I'm trying to make it, every week if we can. Me moving. Probably we'll move things around. We'll move things around and we'll work with our schedule. We'll let you all know ahead of time. Yeah. But it is good to be back. We have so much to talk about. Omar, did you see the price hikes on DC's Omnis? I did. I mentioned that a couple of weeks ago. I was doing a video and I was like, oh man, I hope that 52 is a mistake. It's $175. That's a lot. That's a big. I mean, that goes from. It's weird because when you go from a gradual 125 to 150 and then all of a sudden 175, that first omnibus that hits 175, you're like, man, now I need to rethink my omnibus buying. So, yeah, I hate to see them go up, but we knew it was going to come. It just sucks. And it's good to hear both of your voices after this exhausting week. Thank you, Ryan. It's good to see you here.
Yeah, it's been an exhaustive week for sure. I was excited for this show, and I get to drink again, so that's also a good thing.
That's a plus. That's a plus. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. We got a lot to talk about. In case I'm going to get banners ready in case we're going to be talking about some spoilers, just to let people know. They'll be scrolling across the bottom with whatever we're talking about. In case we're talking about the Book of Boba Fett and you haven't seen it, we'll just scroll it across the bottom and like, hey, we're talking about Boba Fett spoilers, just in case.
Yes.
This is your show, baby. You do it.
Sure. So I thought we'd start off by talking about, obviously it's been a minute since Omar and I have talked to you guys, talked to each other about what we've been watching the past few months. Obviously a lot has come out, not even the end of 2021, but just in the beginning of 2022. Yeah. So I thought, obviously Book of Boba Fett just ended, which is, I guess was Boba Fett's series, or perhaps it was Mandalorian Season 2.5.
All right. Okay. Well, we can talk about that first, like to talk about our thoughts if that's what you want, or did you want to talk about something else first?
No, we can talk about. Let's just talk about what we've been watching. So, Omar, what have you been watching? What have you been up to?
Well, I watched Virgin Rebirth seasons 1, 2, and 3 back to back. No, I'm kidding. I did watch them though. As soon as the first new season comes out, I watch it because it's ridiculous, and I'm addicted to that stupid ass show. I did watch the Book of Boba Fett. I started watching Peacemaker. I'm only on we made it to episode 3. It's not that it's a bad show. It's just I just haven't had the time to watch it because I'm busy rewatching Virgin River. Apparently, Book of Boba Fett we did finish because. Star Wars. Yes, Eagly.
Eagly's the only reason to watch that show.
Let me see. I watched a couple like the morning show. I thought the morning show was an awesome show. I did start watching Arcane and then decide to stop because I thought, hey, my girls are gonna like this. So I stopped watching.
You haven't watched the whole thing?
No, because I want to watch it with Lydia and Alicia. So
okay, yeah.
Hey, what's up? We are Venomity Dogs. As long as you don't spoil who's Luke father is.
Oh, I know. It's hopefully we don't.
When we start talking about a certain show, I'll put down what we're talking about.
Yeah.
What about you, Amanda? What have you been watching?
Well, I've been watching a lot because, I had a baby, so I was sitting on maternity leave for a good 12 weeks, fully paid. Find yourself a company that does that, man. I tell you what, you can't beat it. This lady right here is the amazing Amanda. She's been a staple of the channel for so long, and then she left and come back. Then she left and came back. I don't know how many times she's left and came back, but she's back right now, so you might as well enjoy her while you can. All right, go ahead, man. I'm the one who enjoys talking about movies and TV shows.
Yes.
But I started off on the channel, for those who are not familiar with me, doing Old Reader, New Reader with Omar and Maddie when Omar decided to start that show because I had never really read comics, but he knew how much I loved the Marvel movies and thought maybe I should read the comics to go along with them.
Yeah.
And so it expanded from there on out, and you guys can't see it, but I can I have my whole, got some omnis over there, and there's more over there, but you can't see them. But obviously it created a love.
She's legit. She reads the stuff and she likes watching the movies,
but movies are my thing. So like Omar,
me, the way that I am with collected editions, that is the way that she is with movies and TV shows. So
it's true.
Yes, and just like that, I just wrapped it up, and I'm so pissed off at Mr. Big, the actor.
You really did watch it? I can't. I couldn't. So when I started to read the review,
gone, but but she will always live.
But then they we could talk about the politics and just like that and everything like that. But
politics, did somebody get canceled on that show? I know one of the characters, like the actors, died, which really made me mad.
Yes.
You're talking about Mr. Big. Yeah, we can. I don't care. We can talk.
No, not about him. No, I'm just talking about how the progression of Miranda's character. A lot of the things that happened in it that I've read about just made me feel I'm okay with not watching it. Not that it's not it's just.
I don't like what. How do I put this? Well, I don't know if anybody's watching. I don't like the way it was handled because I really like her husband.
Yes, and I know he messed up.
Really weird, and it could have been handled better. But then again, I don't know. I'm not a woman in my 50s that's going through menopause, so I have.
Well, and see, that's the thing. I love Grace and Frankie, which those of you who have watched that would also love.
How we're going from Book of Boba Fett to Grace and Frankie and the new Sex and the City show.
Yes, Taxologic. That's a great band, by the way.
I love.
First kiss
I ever had was for that song.
With you. Okay. Anyways, no, but I think about women in their older age and having sex. I feel like Grace and Frankie already did it. I mean, Sex and the City had their chance, but then Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin came in and just killed it. I mean, there were vibrators and stuff. I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah, I feel like.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly right. They were assassinated.
I still love Charlotte though, but Samantha was my girl, and Samantha out of there is just it doesn't feel the same. And even though she's texting her, let's get lunch because I'm in France.
Yes,
that's not the same. It's not the same.
So
yeah,
what have I been watching? So obviously I did get to watch Arcane, and I started watching it for, just the animation looked awesome. And then I kept watching because that Imagine Dragons song is amazing and the entire soundtrack is amazing. And then I finished watching because the animation is beautiful. And it's a really well done adaptation of a video game for this medium, which is, always hit or miss when it comes to a video game. We could talk about another video game TV series adaptation that's coming down the pike that when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
my husband, his brother, and his brother all played a lot of.
Yeah.
Yes!
I saw the Swindler.
Yes, me too.
Okay, wait, I'm not going to give away. It made me mad. The ending made me mad because I'm like, how? That doesn't seem fair.
No, it's not fair. It's not fair at all. And the fact that, those poor women have to put up they have like what are those things called when you're trying to get money for people?
You can tell this is real.
A GoFundMe. When they have a GoFundMe. When they have a GoFundMe to pay off their debts. Oh, it's just awful.
But the way they caught the dude was smooth, man. The girl's like, I got to take care of one more thing.
Yes. Oh, man. It's amazing.
Kim Cattrall is loving how bad it is without her.
It's true. Yes.
It is. I hate that there's this feud with them. It kind of breaks my heart.
Yeah, I just see Phil Owen's joke here. That's a good joke there. He said, "Tinder swindler, wasn't she the ancient one in Doctor Strange?"
It's pretty good.
Well done.
Pretty good.
Ooh,
I haven't seen that yet.
What are you saying?
The
James. Oh, okay. All of Us Dead.
Yeah, All of Us Are Dead. I haven't seen that yet.
Not yet. It's on my Netflix queue. I think my husband started it, but I haven't dived into it yet. There's still a few other things. I did finish The Woman in the Window across from the girl.
I want to see that. The one with Veronica Mars?
Yeah, with Kristen Bell. It starts off, it's clearly a parody of your, women love, and I'm a victim of it too, true crime thrillers, whether it be fictional or the documentaries. And then add on top of that, this trend of all these women, like Amy Adams was just in a movie called The Girl in the Window on Netflix.
Yeah, I started watching that and then finished
it.
Oh, Doyle, be good, buddy.
Yes, have fun at work or try to. I don't know what you do.
Watch a replay.
But make it good. Okay. Anyways, but it gets, once you realize like certain things that happen in it, it gets crazier and crazier. It's a great parody, and she's perfect in it. And yeah,
so
her wine glasses get much bigger.
One with Amy
Adams
because I thought it was a take on the Rear Window, right? Like the Hitchcock movie.
Like the Shia LaBeouf Disturbia.
Okay. First of all, you need to stop yourself right there. I just said Alfred Hitchcock, one of the greatest filmmakers.
Yeah, but that's what the Disturbia.
Shut up.
Was about. It was the same thing.
Do you need another break?
No, I don't need another break.
All right. So
what else am I watching?
Some shows that we saw a lot of movies too. We saw a lot of movies that came out. I know I reviewed with Oddfell a couple of them because Amanda was busy nursing and feeding the child and doing whatever motherly things mothers do for the first 6 months of the kids' lives.
Not that long. It's only
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to both of my kids. Let's see. But in the movie theaters, I think the last movie, I went to go see Scream. That was a mistake. But I needed a break from everything, so I went to see Scream, and I love going to the movie theaters because it's the one place where I'm not distracted by anything. And I wish someone had distracted me during that movie because it was not good.
Was not good.
I mean, it's getting a lot of praise, but I don't get why. Because to me, it feels like every other Scream sequel.
Yeah, like except they brought back. I think so. When I've read some reviews on it. I haven't seen it yet, but if you take it at face value for what it is, then those people tend to just, this is what it is. And they like it for what it is, it's not trying to reinvent anything or with the franchise.
Yeah, and
it's
that's
just
fine.
Nostalgia, right? A lot of people are hoping that they'll do another sequel to this one and maybe bring Hayden Panettiere's character back, which would be very interesting indeed. But I don't know.
I don't even remember her character. I just remember
yeah.
There were things that I thought they were okay. It wasn't a horrible movie or anything. Ghostbusters. I thought Ghostbusters was a beautiful send off.
Oh, yes.
There's a couple of issues I had with it, but nothing big. Like I wish we had a
kind of dragged on a little bit right there in the middle, but yeah.
Yeah, it was always like trying to find what kind of movie it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, like I wanted more of a montage. I know that sounds ridiculous, but more of a ghost montage that we've had in the previously two sequels. I thought it was great, and having that was a beautiful tribute to Harold Ramis.
It was. And so here's what the thing with the Ghostbuster Afterlife, which we ended up buying now that it come out, because we didn't get to see. I didn't see a lot of movies in theaters because I had a baby and everything like that, except for Spider-Man.
Using that as an excuse.
No Way Home and Encanto. I did go see that because I have children. But then it was like available on Disney Plus a month later. Yeah, see, Scream 6 already announced. Hayden Panettiere's come back. She's got to do something. It's been a minute since she's been in a film.
She needs to come back and finish Heroes the right way. Amanda, have you seen Pam and Tommy? Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, I am up to date on it. And
wait, it's a show?
The show. Have you seen it?
Oh, I thought it was a movie. No, what's it on?
It's a TV series on Hulu. Seth Rogen's an executive producer and also, of course, stars in it as Rand, the guy who was the one who stole the safe with the tape and then later went on and distributed the tape on the internet for everyone, the infamous sex tape of Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee.
That was before the internet. That was
it was the internet existed because that was the whole during the whole premise of the.
I wasn't on the.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's because the whole thing is they keep talking about it because his friend is a porn star, is a porn director, and some guys trying to get these girls to do webcam videos because that's the thing. It's becoming a thing, which obviously we know now. It does. Webcams is a very profitable thing for a lot of women and men and everyone else. And
I did, Joey. I did. Thank you.
Yes, but what I find, first I wanted to watch it because the transformation of Lily James and Sebastian Stan as Pamela and Tommy Lee,
makeup and everything. They look.
Yeah. Now, watching the show, I think Lily James absolutely I can't it is Pamela Lee Anderson. That is her. Sometimes Sebastian Stan, I think he plays Tommy Lee almost as a caricature, but Lily James is really great in it. So I'm enjoying it. I mean, we all know what happens, but I'm excited to see it unfold in this dramatic. I know they didn't sign off on it either. Neither one of them had signed off on it, but I'm excited to see this to its conclusion.
So when you mentioned makeup and things like that, what did I see that kind of surprised? Oh, The Eyes of Tammy Faye. Have you seen that one? On HBO?
Yes. Jessica Chastain.
Oh my God. It did not even look like her.
No, it doesn't. And she does such a good job of being Tammy Faye.
Did not sound like her. She is a good, she's
a great actress.
When we used to do this show, I talked about there's no more character actors anymore. It seems like character actors are gone the way of the 80s and 90s. Some of the great character actors. That it was a generation's gone. But I thought that she did a phenomenal job. And of course, so did
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, but she was great. She blew me away.
No. Yeah, there's a reason why he wasn't nominated for that film, and he was nominated for Tick, Tick, Boom, which is another movie. So I watched a lot of movies that were on streaming, right? So that was the easiest thing to watch. Tick, Tick, Boom I didn't even realize it was out until it was right before my cleaning lady came over to clean my house. Yeah.
You're a people cleaning lady, and what else you got, man?
Oh, the person who mows my lawn. And right before she came over, I was like, oh, Tick, Tick, Boom, Andrew Garfield, Lin-Manuel Miranda. What is this? I've never even heard of this.
That was so good.
And I was mesmerized. And I'm a Rent lover.
You're what?
I'm a Rent lover of Rent, the musical that Jonathan Larson's known for.
That's what I figured it out.
You did? Oh, good. Okay. The one that your wife, me, and your brother Tommy all went to see together in Louisville. Yeah, that one.
That was the Hamilton thing.
We saw a lot of musicals together. You don't remember that.
I'm not a fan of musicals, and I really enjoyed it. It had a lot of heart, and I love the way the scenes broke apart. They were done really well. I thought it was great. And he can sing. The fact that Andrew Garfield can sing blew me away. Dude's got lungs. I thought he was. And
he learned to sing for this. Here, there we go. I got it.
People don't learn to sing. It's impossible to learn to sing.
Look at that man.
Okay, you
Sorry.
can learn to sing better, I guess, but apparently,
well, now he is a theater, like he does have a background in theater and things like that. So there's a part of me that thinks he has a little bit of that. But to sing like that for musicals, it does take a lot of practice and a lot of skill.
just dropped on HBO Max yesterday.
I saw that I did see it on top. I haven't watched it yet. No, I haven't watched that yet.
Did you
but
see
it is on my to-do list.
The new teaser from DCEU?
Yes.
The Batman, Flash, Aquaman, and Black Adam.
Yep, we got
Black Adam teaser. Yes, son.
There's Hawkman.
Yes.
And then Dr. Fate, which Dr. I was so looking. Yes.
Yeah.
Which
and we also saw Cyclone.
Yep, that's right.
We still haven't seen Isis yet, not in costume. And we see Pierce Brosnan outside of Dr. Fate costume and in Dr. Fate costume. Yes. Very cool. And then we hear Michael Keaton's voice, where he was. That was Michael Keaton, or am I mistaken?
It was. Right? Like, it is. Yeah, it's supposed to be Michael Keaton. Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that he's going to be in the Flash. It's no secret at this point. I think that he's going to be in it. So,
very, very excited for that movie.
I'm very excited for it. And then
Rock's a very charismatic guy. I think he could carry Black Adam.
We'll have to go see that March 3rd.
No,
it's coming soon. Yes,
March.
I have it on my list.
I looked at your list.
Yes, you looked at my list. I know there's a lot on it, but March 4th. I'm sorry, March 4th.
Wow, that's next month, man.
Yeah, Black Adam just come out to July.
All right, Reelz Talk is back. We're gonna be reviewing movies again. I missed that.
Yes, we haven't done it.
Everything else, Dr. Fate was the best part. Honestly, Black Adam, like it's The Rock. I know it's The Rock, but it's still good. Like he's solid.
Yeah,
he's in that interview claiming he couldn't sing at all before saying he could for it. Man, that's crazy.
He learned just for it.
In Doom Patrol, Brosnan. You're right. We got all the Bonds right. We did have Sean Connery in League, and then that kind of broke him, and he was gone. Right, like he was done with movies.
Yes. Have we seen?
Wolves. I haven't seen season 2 yet. I love season 1. So good. Have you seen that one?
I have not seen it. It's on my list because it's on HBO, right? It's one of mine that's on my list, but I have not yet watched it. We did watch Yellow Jackets. I don't know if any of you have seen
that yet.
It's on Showtime. It's on Showtime, and it is if Lost was about a girls' high school soccer team in the 90s that gets stranded on an island. It has the same mystique. They promise not to go the way of Lost, and I think that's because they actually do have
Isn't that what The Wild was on Amazon? Except not in the 90s. It's a group of girls that
I've never seen The Wild, so I don't know.
I think it got canceled, honestly. I was the only one that watched it.
But this is so it flashes back from present day to the past, and obviously there's a secret. It's not really that much of a secret. They kind of hint at there's spoilers. There might be cannibalism, but there's also a kind of a supernatural element to it, and everything like that. And the actresses in it, both in the past and the future. I mean, you have Christina Ricci, Melanie. I can't remember her last name, but she's one of those actresses who has always plays the second fiddle, like a best friend or whatever in a lot of films. But she's in it and she's phenomenal as well.
Brittany Snow in it?
Who?
Brittany Snow?
No, she is not.
No, she's not. Okay.
No, but everyone should watch Yellow Jackets if you get a chance, because that is a phenomenal show.
No one seems to talk about C and Dickinson. I did get drunk at your house, remember? And I started watching Dickinson.
Dickinson
is
great. You would not
give me your Apple ID password so I could finish watching. I got it.
Yeah, Dickinson is.
I like it.
Wokanado, I love Dickinson.
She's great, though. She's great in everything.
Yes.
She's phenomenal.
Haley Steinfeld.
What's up, Kenny? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Kenny.
Omar, who's your new co-host? Somebody that hijacked the channel. She just.
Hey, Tavon, how are you?
Stumble on here. Amanda, welcome back. All of us are dead on Netflix. It's been fun. All right, that's one on my list.
It's on my list. I need to watch it. Scott was talking.
Michael Emmond.
Hey, Michael. Look at all these people joining.
All these people saying.
So Scott, Vox Machina, I actually did get to watch the first 2 episodes. I haven't watched the most recent one.
That's the one on Amazon?
Yeah, Amazon Prime. And I love Critical Role. I've read the Vox Machina comics, so I was super stoked. I was like, how did they get this? And I'm enjoying it. I like it a lot. It's cute, it's fun. and it's exactly what you'd expect it to be. So, and it's definitely, you know, not for children, which is becoming a theme. Oh yeah, there's lots of cursing and things like that. Yeah, and it's you know, becoming a thing for Amazon, right? They have Invincible, and then of course you have The Boys live action, and then they have the animated anthology series. What is it called? I wrote it down here. The Boys Present Diabolical, and that's coming out March 4th. So that's coming out soon too.
There's a lot of good things coming out in March.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about everything coming out, but it seems to be that's what Amazon's kind of making their niche. I've been drinking, guys. It's a thing.
You and Melanie are the English majors. I look.
Yes, it's a niche that they're trying to kind of get, and I'm here for it. I'm good for it, so it's fine. Because obviously Disney can only go so far with their superhero.
Can they do? Can they?
I don't know, because now we know. So someone had mentioned earlier.
Hold on, just go ahead. This is a really good point, Chris, because I would just mention that it was trying to find out what kind of movie it was going to be in the middle of it. One thing about Ghostbusters, I think the 2016 movie understood what the original movie is more than Afterlife did. 2016 movie understood that it was a comedy first and foremost. Yeah. Okay. I wasn't a fan of the 2016 series, or the movie, I'm sorry. But you're right. That was so I only had 2 issues with Afterlife. One was, of course, I wanted the ghost montage. And 2 was, halfway through it, it was like trying to find what kind of movie it was supposed to be. And you're right. And you know what reminded me of you saying that was Murray acting like Peter Venkman again. We haven't seen Murray act in that particular role in so many. I mean, it's been years since we've seen him act like Peter Venkman. So it was really nice to see that, and it reminded me of the comedy that was supposed to be Ghostbusters. But man, those 2 little kids, Podcast, and what's her name? The little girl, she was in Fuller House. I can't believe I know that. She stole the show. She's wonderful.
Oh, you mean the girl who's in, like, she plays McKenna Grace. She plays
everything.
She was the younger version of Captain Marvel. She's like
not Conjuring. House on Haunted Hill.
House on Haunted Hill. Yes, she was also in this movie with Chris Evans and your favorite person, Octavia Spencer.
Nope. I'm so glad we took a break when that movie came out. Octavia Spencer and what's her face, Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, I'm glad.
Movie.
Thunderpants? No.
Thunderpants. That's it.
Thundercats? Nope.
Brittany Snow is in an X horror movie coming. When you mean X horror, Wognado, do you mean like 1 X out of 3? What are we talking about? X horror movie, or is that the title of the movie?
Yeah.
Been gone for a while. What's up, Sledge? But I had to show up and see the return, the myth and the legend, Amanda. There we go. Thoughts on the sales forthcoming of the CW and WB Discovery?
So I'm looking that up, Kenny, because I saw that you put that out there, and I was curious about that because I had not heard of it yet. But it looks like Viacom CBS and Warner Media are in some discussions about a controlling stake sale for the CW, which means that I guess the deal would be then CBS would have a controlling stake in the CW. It is pronounced Nietzsche. Yes, that's right.
No, he said Nietzsche.
Nietzsche. It is what it is.
It is what it is. On the voice note, I really want Marvel to eventually do a Squadron Supreme TV show. Would be honestly. Yeah. I would be good with that. Takes cues from the JMS version. I like JMS, but I mean, kid at heart. I love the Mark Grunwald. Stop it. Hawkeye Season 2, has that been greenlit? It has to have been, right?
I'm imagining, but I'm assuming it's going to be focused more on.
You didn't like Octavia Spencer and Ma? No, I don't think I even finished that movie. My brothers made me watch that.
If you watched
Marvel TV,
if you watched any older Reelz Talks, you will find out very quickly that Omar is not a fan of Octavia Spencer.
I'm not, or Melissa McCarthy. Those 2 ladies.
Was she? Wait, are you taps the logic? Was she a younger version of Sabrina, or are you just saying because they look alike?
The Batman can realistically surpass No Way Home. It's gonna. How much money has?
A lot of money.
But, so there's more movie theaters are open now, right? Or are we back to?
Yeah, but you're talking about Spider-Man is one of them, like, not just them, but the character in general is one of the best.
Spider-Man is probably the flagship Marvel movie.
Well, not just movie. Yeah. Let me see. No way. Let me go on Box Office.
I mean, before that, it would have been X-Men, but X-Men haven't been around since oh my God, and they ended out in a whimper. But if I say the way that Batman could overtake it is if movie theaters are open worldwide.
But there has to be.
But if they're not. Oh, and here's the other problem with Batman. It's going to be available on HBO Max.
Yes.
So that's going to already kill you.
Wait, is it going to be available? I thought they were stopping on after 2021. Everything from that on, we're not going to be.
I don't know.
Oh, if it is, then that will be interesting to see how it turns out. I'll look that up.
That would be a mistake if it's still available. Let me see. HBO Max, Batman. I could have sworn I saw that it was.
Yeah, and it's still going to be PG-13, which is good. Because they understand that you have to do something lower than an R so that you can get younger kids.
I don't understand the people that want an R-rated Batman movie. Like the greatest Batman, like inspired,
are not rated R.
Was the TV show, the animated series. That is the closest thing to the comic books, and that thing was for kids or geared towards kids. So I mean, it wasn't even rated PG. So I don't understand the need for a rated R Batman. What do we really need to hear him say? I'm the goddamn Batman. Okay.
Oh,
Batman
no.
Will be on HBO Max in April.
Yes. So that's the only difference. So Sony, we won't see Spider-Man No Way Home hit digital, not even streaming, because it's not even going to be on Disney Plus, obviously, because Sony technically, with their agreements, it's going to hit Netflix first. Eventually, it goes to streaming. But I have it on my. I made a calendar reminder of when I can buy No Way Home on digital, and that is on February 28th. So they're going to have a good. They had the 17th to the 28th of February. They've had a good full 2.5 months, right? Of time in theater. The Batman's only going to get the 45 days. Is that 45 days? Someone please do the math for me on No Way Home from December 17th to February 28th. Is that 45 days? Because I drank a little bit. I don't know.
Are you just bad at math and English all of a sudden?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
so that's what I'll be interested to see. I don't know. The only thing about the Spider-Man is the hype because of the other movies did so well previously, right? So you have that going in with Tobey Maguire. Maybe not so much the Andrew Garfields. They did fine, and they have a lot of nostalgic love from Spider-Man fans. But the Tobey Maguire films are, were some of the highest for Sony alone. If you look at some of the Sony records, some of the highest grossing Sony films of all time until No Way Home. Now No Way Home is
the closest thing to something like No Way Home that could actually contend with No Way Home would be The Flash. And that's because it's years of DC properties coming together in one movie. However, it's your first Flash movie. I don't know how well that's going to get people to the theaters to begin with, unless they advertise it as, hey, it's the big DC Endgame or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a really weird, instead of like going from, how do I put this? Instead of building towards something like that to have all these people together.
Yeah.
They went, no, we'll just make The Flash the Endgame or the movie where everybody comes together. So it is going to be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, and Spider-Man, the records it's done has been phenomenal. I mean, and keep in mind, thank you for that super chat.
Thank you, Nick, for my man, Omar and Amanda. Everyone, please support and hit that thumbs up button. Likes are free. Support through thumbs up are priceless. Thank you so much for the super chat.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Holy super chat indeed.
Nice,
yes.
Super chat indeed. Yeah.
Yes.
We're just talking about Batman.
See, the Spider-Man's already surpassed domestically. It's surpassed Avatar, like all these all-time rankings, right? And the thing about it is, even worldwide, it's done phenomenally without China.
Batman is not going to come close to NWH. And this is coming from someone who, with a profile picture.
Corson, I like your honesty. Yes. I never would have imagined that No Way Home would have done the money it did. I was just hoping it would do modestly as well as Far From Home or even Homecoming. But what it's done is, I think, I mean, I remember I just saw, a week or two ago, someone had interviewed Tom Holland, and when they told him he was about to overtake Avatar on domestic gross, his face just dropped because he was just shocked. He had no idea, and he was not expecting it. And I think he literally did not expect what this movie was going to be. Oh, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, my dude. Thank you so much. It is really interesting, but I think the biggest selling point of the Flash movie is the return of Michael Keaton. 100%. Then how do you even advertise that to somebody that doesn't watch DC movies? It's weird, right? I don't know how well it's gonna do. Batman, for the sake of being Batman, I'm sure it's gonna do phenomenal. What will be the movie? But will it beat out all the other superhero movies this year, though? Because we have Black Panther 2. We have
that's been pushed back quite a bit.
Oh, is Thor still coming out, right?
No, Thor is. Yeah, no, Thor's coming out in July. Yeah.
Okay.
Doctor Strange, which we have to talk about that.
Which we will be talking about. It's and what Thunderpants? What call it?
What
was the freaking name of the movie we can't think of with Octavia Spencer and what's her name?
Okay, here we go. Thunder Force.
Thunder Force, not Thunderpants, dude. Tom Holland is overrated. There we go. It already starts. Well, you know what? You haven't seen him in Uncharted, okay? He's about to unchart your ass.
Yes, which comes out next week, and I will be seeing that next week. So
are you going to the theaters?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to theaters for that.
You're risking going to the theaters to go.
I'll wear a mask. I'm vaccinated. I'll wear a mask.
There are movies there are movies I'll work on. Never mind. You know what? I went to go see Scream. You go and go see.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm not expecting Uncharted. I mean, I've seen the trailer, and I'm not expecting it to be some great work of art. And I'll be interested to see where Tom Holland goes from here. Like
the unemployment office and back to Sony, hopefully, where he's like, "Hey,
I think he'll do Spider-Man again." I think he'll do more Spider-Man, even though there's been like the speculation where he's made random comments all over the place. It does look fun, Joe. You're right. It looks fun, I'll take it for what it is. I'm not expecting
and have fun. It just video game movies are a really hard sell. It's tough.
It is tough.
However, Uncharted.
But Sonic the Hedgehog 2 coming out too soon.
Yeah, we do. But Uncharted is huge. They can borrow a lot of things from Uncharted. All you're doing is making an Indiana Jones movie. That's all you're doing. So
that's what it is.
You can't mess that up. So
you can't.
Good journey. I mean, I hope they don't mess it up. But somehow, I kind of think they're going to mess it up.
But when we're talking about, and this might be my really terrible way to segue, but yes, that should be a whole conversation we need to have about what does the future of DC films look like.
Yes, you're right. It is another Sony movie.
He does.
He has a great relationship with Sony. I'm sure Tom Holland.
But he wants to be a parent soon, and he's with Zendaya. I don't know what's he's gonna be. That's a good question.
He actually can act though. Like it depends on the role that he's with.
He can, but his roles, and this is a good segue into talking about our next thing, which is Oscar nominations. So, when we think about, some of the other Spider-Man, you think about Tobey Maguire, who's gone on to a lot of great independent films. And of course, Andrew Garfield. He has now been nominated twice for Best Actor for in the Oscars.
I blame Shia LaBeouf for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, just like I blame Shia LaBeouf for Transformers.
For Disturbia? No, just kidding.
And the stupid remake of freaking Rear Window. They're trying.
Yeah, but Honey Boy was a good film. Okay.
They're trying to put too many of the games into one Uncharted movie.
Well, that'll be interesting.
That's a problem when they do that. All right, go ahead, Amanda. Yes. Oscar nomination.
So that's So that was my segue because Tom Holland's tried to do some of that stuff with like Cherry, and in his younger years he had some more critically
that was like 2 years ago, man.
Yeah, right. Well, with that Impossible movie, he had some critical acclaim.
That was a good movie.
He has in recent years. Because I know Spider-Man's taken up a lot of his time, and now Sony has him doing Uncharted. It'll be interesting to see what choices he makes and what kind of actor he wants to be going forward. Because obviously Tobey Maguire has leaned. Now I think he's doing more of producing and directing, and Andrew Garfield is just one hell of an actor who's just getting Oscar nominated all over the damn place. So let's talk about those Oscar nominations because I've been dying to talk about them, guys. I wasn't in 8th grade when it came out, Tavon, but I was older, but I do remember seeing it in theaters.
Really old with one sentence.
Yes. Matt, did we watch Tick, Tick, Boom? Yes. It was a phenomenal film.
Loved it.
I feel like it should have been nominated in the Best Picture category. I have not seen West Side Story. I know it's Steven Spielberg, old guard. I heard it's great, but hasn't a West Side Story already been nominated?
Hey, really?
A long, long time ago.
You watch the brand new cherry flavor on Netflix. It's so weird.
Yes. Okay. Oh my! It is body horror to the extreme, especially when
body horror.
Especially when she has the hoo-ha in her side, and he's like, yeah, it is the weirdest movie.
Your definition of hoo-ha might be different than my definition of hoo-ha.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the same. But everyone should watch Brand New Cherry Flavor if you get a chance. Yes, I did see The Green Knight.
I actually preferred The Last Duel over The Green Knight.
Me too.
I thought The Last Duel was an excellent movie.
And also something that I thought was robbed in Best Picture category.
Didn't get anything, huh?
No, it really got shut out, which is a shame because Jodie Comer was excellent in that film, and I feel like she should have gotten something.
You had me at hoo-ha. That's a t-shirt idea.
It's a t-shirt idea.
It's the same definition of hoo-ha. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Why are you yelling at me? I'm sorry.
Else, that is what it is. Besides the fact that we've had some great stories coming out of the Oscar nominations, so let's start off with I have pictures here. So Best Actor, we can start with that. Obviously, I've seen all of, except for Denzel Washington, which is on Apple TV Plus, so I should just watch it. But I've seen all these performances. I still think Andrew Garfield should win, even though I do love The Power of the Dog. If you haven't seen
Power of the Dog is good.
If you haven't seen it, watch it twice because the mystery in it, the actual like thriller behind it, you don't realize it until that second viewing, I think, in what really happens. So you should watch Power of a Dog. But Benedict Cumberbatch is great in it. Javier Bardem is fine as Ricky Ricardo. Will Smith is fine.
Ricky Ricardo. I did not like his Ricky Ricardo.
Yeah, and then he's fine as Serena Williams and Venus Williams' father. It was great. It was a good performance, but to me, for me, it would come down between Benedict Cumberbatch, who I thought just killed it.
Name of the Academy Awards from the Oscars.
Yes, we can.
Dude, if I got nominated for a hoo-ha, I was robbed of that hoo-ha.
Yeah. Yes. Sam Jones. A lot of people think that Cage should have got that Oscar nomination. Like for instance, I haven't watched Denzel's performance in Tragedy Macbeth. Yeah, where's MacGruber? He has a TV series on Peacock now, guys.
Which is crazy.
Which is crazy.
It was a joke on MacGyver at a commercial and then becomes a what?
I thought it was an SNL thing.
No, it was a commercial.
No, it was an SNL skit because it's on SNL. It was on SNL. They used to do skits.
I just remember the commercial and I was like, this is.
I think it's both.
It's supposed to be funny, like a ripoff of MacGyver, but
yes. But for me, it's Andrew Garfield, and maybe it's because I love him so much.
Nominated for his second hoo-ha. Congrats, man!
But I feel like he truly embodied Jonathan Larson, and every time he's on screen, it is a truly electric performance. I mean, besides the fact that he had to learn to sing for it, all that stuff, he
was excellent.
He was, yes.
I will say, I think his performance in the Tammy Faye movie was really good too, though.
Oh yeah, it was. But that gets us to Best Actress, which I was really happy to see. Now I know you guys can't see us. Jessica Chastain nominated. Yeah. Though I did love Olivia Colman in The Lost Daughter.
That movie was good. I really liked that movie.
Was not expecting that movie.
I haven't seen Parallel Mothers.
Neither have I, so I had to find out where I can watch that. Spencer's on Hulu right now, so I plan on watching that as well.
Yeah.
And I thought Nicole Kidman did a fine job as Lucille Ball, but
honestly, it was an okay movie. I was expecting, I guess, I don't know, more. But yeah, I need to see Parallel Mothers. But yeah, for me, out of this, man, yeah, Jessica Chastain.
Yeah.
Would this be her first Oscar if she won? So people are saying MacGruber is a commercial, not SNL. Thank you guys for agreeing with me.
No, everyone's saying, yup, SNL.
No,
SNL.
that's not what I'm reading.
It's an SNL skit. Oh my gosh, Omar, I'm going to move to the next category, which is Best Director.
Now
I know
you know we're back.
A lot of people were mad that Denis Villeneuve was not nominated for Dune.
Really?
But yeah, instead they you have the new guard trying to really branch out. I'm really happy Kenneth Branagh. I haven't watched Belfast, but I know it's a little bit based on his life.
Story that good? I mean, I love Spielberg, but
again, that's old guard. I think if Steven Spielberg makes a movie, if it's going to be something like this, I mean, it had great reviews. I had not seen it because I didn't want to go to theater for it.
Well,
MacGruber did have a movie too.
I haven't.
But now it's a TV series.
I haven't seen Licorice Pizza or West Side Story.
No, but I do plan on making Licorice Pizza.
They're solid. Honestly surprised that The Last Duel didn't get a nomination
for Best Directing.
Absolutely, Ridley Scott was amazing. Like he was on
again. Point. Yeah, again, I really think it comes down to. I don't know if it's just the dialogue around it. Stupid Matt Damon shoots off his mouth sometimes, and I think that kind of messes things up.
Stupid Matt Damon runs his mouth.
He just says weird things that piss people off.
What,
so I could have heard it. I don't know. He makes some misogynistic comics sometimes, and it just sometimes.
Oh yeah, you can't do that, guys. You can sell crypto all day long, but don't make those type of.
I don't know why people are selling crypto either, or NFTs, but that's another conversation for another time.
That's why you and I are going to be poor, and everybody.
We need to find someone who could do a show where we could both be on and ask them lots of questions on what NFTs are. Okay, but I think my money's on Jane Campion for Power of the Dog. I think she'll take it for this one. I really do.
Belfast was solid though. I like Belfast. No.
Yes.
That's a good one. All right. So what's the next? What superhero movies up? I mean, keep in mind, Suicide Squad was an Oscar winner. What movies are up? Like what superhero movies are up for anything? Like best costume.
Okay, so I believe Shang-Chi's been nominated.
You mean Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi, yeah.
I had to relearn how to pronounce it too, so it's okay.
Yeah, they were nominated for the best visual effects, but I believe so was Spider-Man No Way Home, which a lot of people are saying it was robbed for not being best picture. And it is interesting. I think the Oscars, it isn't like Seth Rogen, which he's been promoting Pam and Tommy, so that's why he's been in the news right now. But he was interviewed and he said, I understand why people don't care about the Oscars. It's just an industry who's patting itself on the back. And I get it because every industry has their own awards. The auto industry has their awards, but we all like to see if a automaker makes awards for safest vehicle, etc., because then you want to buy those vehicles, right? And I think there's why some people like myself and Omar are still, intrigued by it, because there is that, you do appreciate good filmmaking, and not that saying that Spider-Man No Way Home is not good filmmaking, but they're looking at all the technical aspects of it and everything combined. And yeah, I can really see where.
Okay.
I still don't know why Black Panther was nominated because their CGI was bad, but whatever. It's fine.
I really do think if the Oscars want the views that they've been wanting for the last few years, they need to quit with this mentality of, a lot of people think they're snooty, right? In a way.
Yes. And that's a problem.
Rich people mentality. And I think the way you break that is you start throwing in superhero movies as best picture. You're going to get the views. Because everybody that went to go see Spider-Man or Batman, whatever the first superhero movie is up for an Oscar, like for best picture, you're going to get the views that you've been wanting. You're looking at, you're not changing with time. And that seems to be a problem with the Oscars. People stopped watching the Oscars when there wasn't a host anymore. Like, a lot
Which will be interesting to see what they do with that this year. Yeah,
right. I mean, look how many people are excited to tune into the Super Bowl that are our ages because of the halftime show.
Eminem, Snoop Dogg,
right. I mean, it's the music we grew up with.
Mary J. Blige.
I can't even tell you who's playing the Super Bowl, but I can tell you who's doing the halftime show.
I can tell you who's playing the Super Bowl, but that's fine. I had a lady when I was at the store today, and I'm in the baking aisle, and I'm like trying to look for brownies to make with my daughter, and I hear this lady mumbling, and I didn't know she was talking to me, but she was, and she was asking me what the colors for the Rams were, and I was like, I realized she was talking to me, and I was like, oh yeah, I think they're.
Like you were like, did she look like you? You played or you watched football?
No, I was wearing a pair of jeans and like,
Oh yeah, women that wear jeans totally watch football.
No, it was just
the Rams. Really? I thought it was the Eagles.
He knows because here in Kentucky, because we don't have a major football team, the Bengals is it because it's just north.
I knew it was the Bengals because I keep hearing
everyone's excited about it.
Who day? And I'm like, okay, cool, man. Hey, I'm not hating on it.
Tavon, you tell me. I said it was gold and blue. Is that right? Is it gold and blue for the Rams? You tell me. I think I was right. I don't know.
Look, go Rams.
Someone said go Rams. Yep. She was making a cake with both of them on it, and it was I don't know,
with the Rams and the Bengals.
Yeah, and they were gonna eat whatever half lost. That was a weird conversation.
Okay.
Once she actually stopped mumbling.
I'm surprised that Trisha Bigger wasn't nominated for Best Costume Design for Phantom Menace. Rob. Oh yeah, I can kind of see that, man. Awesome.
There's a lot. I mean, Dune. That's what I was so interested.
Dune did not get nominated for anything.
Wait, what?
What did Dune not like?
Dune got nominated for like 11. I think they have 11 Oscar
not Best Picture, Best Director.
Dune. Yes, they were nominated for Best Picture. That's why I think it's going to win.
Oh, was it? I thought it was. Oh, it was Best Director. He didn't get
Best Director. So here's Dune was nominated, which I was really. I was kind of hoping maybe TikTok Boom instead of West Side Story.
We saw the list of directors. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. Don't Look Up is a very
I liked it.
Contested addition to this whole thing. Coda, I have not yet seen, but it is on Apple TV Plus if anyone wants to watch it. That's one I have to watch yet. But Nightmare Alley, whoa!
Excellent.
I watched that on Hulu the other day. Was not expecting that. I had no idea going in what it was about at all.
I lost faith in the Oscars when Billy Maguire got snubbed for Best Actor.
Billy Maguire, yes.
Yeah, I haven't seen Coda yet.
But no, Dune got 10 nominations.
Pull that list up again.
So that's
it's been so long.
Oh God,
it's been so long.
Okay, Cullen. First of all, Moonfall came out this year, so it would not count for the Academy.
Yeah,
it's always next year.
January, right?
Yes, and also he's the same guy who did 2012 and. Yeah, that movie. I don't know about
Independence Day guy, right? Like the disaster movies.
Yeah, he liked the disaster movies. Yeah, the Moon. I hear the moon does fall, so that's a good thing.
Whoa, spoilers, man!
Spoiler alert.
The movie called Moonfall. I wasn't thinking that was gonna happen. Can you believe Kat is marrying Andrew W? What? That guy's still relevant?
Oh, you didn't know she was? Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, they post all over Instagram. It's been a minute, but yes, I did know that.
People like our age can still pull young chicks, I guess. Laughing my ass off. I know the derogatory.
Of course he did.
Yes,
so many people do. Like there is, and it cracks me up because Timothy Chalamet, Timothy with 2 E's, said during the whole press run for Dune, said a actor mentor of his, an older actor, said there's 2 things you should never do: hard drugs and superhero movies.
Whoa.
And I was like, I don't know. But what makes me so mad is I'm like, but if you look at the nominees, you have Jessica Chastain was in Dark Phoenix.
What's up, Nocturne?
Hey, Nocturne.
You
have Jessica Chastain was in Dark Phoenix, which is what arguably was.
I don't think she took that off her resume. She took that on her resume.
Andrew Garfield was Spider-Man. J.K. Simmons was in Spider-Man, who's nominated right now for being the Ricardos, which he was great in that role as Fred. Which I don't remember his real name, but he was Fred. Is this Fred? And Myrtle, from
from the
I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy. Yeah.
And then you had, of course, Will Smith was Hancock at some point. So there's a thing. It's just, there's so many actors throughout the years who've been nominated for Academy Awards. And I don't think of necessarily a superhero role ruins your chances of being a respected artist. I think it's if you're a good actor or not, if you don't get taken seriously.
I completely agree with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with taking superhero roles. I think a lot of people would kill to be in a superhero movie. I mean, even respected actors that took on. What was
You're right, Hayden. She was in that one Batman movie. Which one was she in? The Mr. Freeze movie, right?
Batman Forever.
Batman Forever.
Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. She was in that one. Yeah.
We reviewed that, right? Was it really that bad? Did we do that?
Yeah, we did do that one.
Yeah. And Will Smith was in Deadshot. I can't believe you
went
with Hancock instead of Deadshot.
First they came out. Well, because they didn't bring him back for the second, The Suicide Squad. So I must have forgot.
I'm trying to think of. Yeah, you have actors like what was it? Richard Harris, right? Phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
The reason he did Harry Potter was because he said his grandkids would be upset with him if he didn't take the role of who was he? Dumbledore, right? In the first movie. Yeah. So
Sam Jones is right. George Clooney's not only a great Batman, but a fine coffee salesman.
Sam Jones is wrong. No, he is.
But again, it depends.
Kidman was in Aquaman.
She was, yes. Yeah. She was Aquaman's mother. So it's not in my opinion.
What? You did not like the second Suicide Squad?
You know what?
Movie.
So Derek Tyler, you bring this up because I've been watching Pam and Tawny in the show.
Now you want to review Barbed Wire?
Well, no, because she's in the middle of the movie's about to come out and they want to promote it. And the woman's asking her what her narrative's going to be during the promotion. What does she want to come across as? And I would love to tackle Barbed Wire because now I'm super interested because of Pam and Tommy. So we should do that. If we have a Friday where there's nothing going on, that'd be a great thing to talk about. I think so.
Yeah, we'll bring back was it really that bad? And we'll go ahead and answer the question. Yes, it was horrible.
Wait, was it Michael Keaton? Who told him that, Tavon? Because he's been in a lot of superhero movies, and
now
that's what makes
rumors. Have you guys bought tickets for Batman? No, not yet. I have faith that I'll be able to go watch it. Omar will watch Stripperella for that. I will watch that. I'm okay with doing research for things like that. I wouldn't recommend tackling anything. Where's Michael
Very nice.
That you took a Michael Emmett joke.
Yeah.
A watch along. We did that one time, didn't we? We did
we watched what did we watch with everyone? It was something that just had come out or something.
Show. Was it not Suicide Squad,
Picard? No, I watched
Which Picard?
I watched it with Maddie. We just watched it together during the pandemic.
Not a watch along. Umbrella Academy episode.
That's right.
Of the new season. Yeah, that was fun.
But
Tevon's starting fake internet rumors.
But as far as the Oscars are concerned, there are, obviously animated films. Would love to see Encanto win. I did love Ride the Last Dragon. And I know there's another film that's
I didn't like that one. I liked Encanto more.
I liked Encanto more too, and maybe just because the music hits hard.
Stallone took his helmet off. You don't do that with Dread, man. That was a problem.
But there's also rumors that they were going to ask Tom Holland to host, and then everyone's like, "Well, all the Spider-Men should host." I was like, "That's a weird." No, now that and then now Andrew Garfield.
You're spreading rumors. Now you're spreading.
No, that's just rumors that are already on the internet. I'm not spreading anything that hasn't been said before. But Andrew Garfield did say that when he was nominated in a recent interview that both Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire, because they have a group chat now, they did text him. They did text him congratulations. Yeah, since this movie, they've had a group chat since No Way Home came out.
Wait, is Luca? Are you all saying Luca is better than Encanto? Luca's the mermaid movie, right?
Yeah, I was not a fan of Luca, though. I do want to know what Disney's issue is with Bruno, because if you watch Luca, Bruno is like a derogatory name for a person who's kind of meh. And then of course in Encanto, we don't talk about Oh. They say he's a Bruno. Yeah, they talk I've watched Luca several times with my 6-year-old. But
don't even get me started on the Mandalorian let's talk about Boba Fett here in a second because I do have some.
Okay, yeah, and then one cool thing about the Oscars apparently. Andrew Garfield mentioned he would love to sing Miami with Will Smith, and Will Smith said he'd be down. So if that happened, I'd be okay with it. Maybe that boosts the ratings for the Oscars.
That even happen? Okay.
I don't know, but if it happens, I'd be okay with it.
It has nothing to do with the Oscars at all. All right, yes. So let's talk about. We're going to be talking about. Let me start a banner here. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Spoilers. So let's scroll this across the bottom, and there we go. Just in case you guys haven't seen the Boba Fett show.
Yes.
I assume most people have.
That man takes off his helmet a lot.
So if you haven't, just in case, Spoilers.
The man takes off his helmet a lot.
So come back later or watch this after you watch it. Yeah, let's talk about Boba Fett. All right, my quick rundown, and then we can get into the spoiler talk.
Go ahead.
Spoilers on episode 1. I dug it. Episode 2, not my thing. But okay, let's keep watching. Episode 3, what the hell is this? Episode 4, all right. Episode 5, oh my God, God bless Bryce Dallas Howard, you beautiful angel.
Yes.
Episode 6, oh, the entire time I was that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio from
that one.
Yeah, that the like,
yeah. I know him. I know him.
And laughing at me because I was like, like the entire time. Episode 7, solid. What the hell? Why was it called the Book of Boba Fett?
By the end of it, I don't know either. I mean,
I was quick.
Like I guess the whole idea of the Book of Boba Fett, which is so Disney did advertise it,
and be good to anybody that hasn't seen it yet. Come back here in a little bit when we stop talking about it.
Yeah, which won't be long. We won't give you a whole hour-long thing about Book of Boba Fett. But when Disney had advertised it, even if you look at the description and everything, it's supposed to be about Boba Fett. So when you get, to episode 4 and all of a sudden it's like all Mandalorian, it gets a little confusing about where Boba Fett is. And then there's other characters that show up, like, spoilers, Luke and Grogu, Ahsoka Tano, that are all showing up that outshine this person who this is supposed to be about, which is him taking over on Tatooine, the crime, empire of Jabba the Hutt, right? So I wonder what they're, we talked about this a little bit, Omar, but what was Disney's end game with this? Why is this, and do we know, we don't know if this is just a one-shot, like, limited series, like they were saying WandaVision was, or if it's an actual ongoing series. So what are your thoughts on why they did what they did?
My thoughts are, I felt really weird enjoying the last part of the show. I thought it was really strange to continue the story of the Mandalorian. Like, you're hijacking a show, right? And I loved it. I thought it was great. I mean, we saw the return of, hey Kyle, what's up, buddy? We saw the return of Luke, but we saw the reunion of Mando and Grogu, and
because he called Van.
Why didn't we see that reunion in Mandalorian season 3? Okay, and one thing I could say is that maybe this is the Lucasfilm, or the Star Wars version of what the MCU has been doing for years. One series leads into another, and you see characters pop in and out from the movies, and it all leads to an endgame. So maybe all of this is leading to a supposed endgame for the Star Wars universe. But if that's the case, then how are you going to have characters appear in Obi-Wan Kenobi, which takes place, before Grogu? Well, I don't know. Grogu could have been alive back then.
He was, right? Because in that flashback, that was Order 66 that he had, that Luke was like, let go of your past, and they had that flashback. Wasn't that Order 66?
Yes, that was the flashback. So he remembers that.
So he was alive when Obi-Wan, during the Obi-Wan, he would have been alive.
Right, so we don't know where he went, so he could have gone with Obi-Wan. And there's all these, it is really interesting to build a series in the past, right?
Yes.
Like it's definitely retconning, because you are retconning part of history, but adding in shoehorning in like a bunch of different things that did not take place in the movies, but took place outside of the movies, like some of the Jedi survivors, or the Jedi school and all that. So it is really interesting how they're going to handle that. And like I said, maybe this is their way of just interlocking stories that you cannot miss. People that watch Mandalorian cannot miss Boba Fett. People that watch Boba Fett cannot miss Obi-Wan Kenobi, because if you miss even one season of something, you're missing part of the story. Because if you don't like Boba Fett, I can't imagine very many people that are watching Mandalorian not watching Boba Fett. But if you're the one person that's like, I'm going to skip on Boba Fett, never did like him.
Don't do it.
And then you're watch season 3 of Mandalorian, you're like, wait a minute, when did these two get together? So it's interesting to see how they're going to keep moving forward, because we not only have Boba Fett, but we have other Star Wars series that are coming.
Yes.
Endor, right? Like Endor's getting like 12
Yes.
episodes or something like that.
Yep. Endor's getting something. Yep. Exactly
Crazy.
right.
And it could work or it could fall apart depending on how it's handled. If you have a good, so do they have their own? Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Kevin Feige also the guy that's in charge of the Star Wars like showrunner?
Yeah,
everything?
he is. Yes, he did take over, or he has been added as a showrunner or a producer for some of the Star Wars content. So that could be why. And I think the reason they added him is to help with this continuity stuff. Okay. Because with Marvel, obviously, he's had to finagle all these different continuity things, which, you know, when you get a random studio like Sony coming in and then messing up the timeline of the 2012 moniker, you know, Homecoming had that big glaring issue that they had back then, right? But, you know, he has that experience, so they can bring him in to kind of help navigate it, because it sounds like that's what's happening, is these issues in fitting all these different characters in with this overall arching stories that take place in these movies, right? Because that was like another question I had was, you know, with Luke and Grogu, sorry, spoilers. We already said, okay, thank God. Okay. And I was like, but I thought they kept saying in the movies that Ben was his first pupil. So how the heck? And then obviously, of course, because Grogu chose the chainmail and not the lightsaber, which, as you said, maybe
we
why
still
he just
don't know if he doesn't have a lightsaber, though.
It's true. He just hasn't shown it yet. So I guess that means that Ben can still be his first pupil.
Okay, so both live action shows have rewarded fans of the animated Clone Wars. I will say not only that, but also fans of the comics. What's his name? Black Chrysanthemum showed up in the Boba Fett, and so did what's his name? Cad Bane. He showed up in, and he was voiced by Corey Burton, who's an awesome voice actor. And I don't know if they're gonna bring him back or not. I don't know. Yeah. So I am glad to see a lot of things like that coming together. So let me see here. Let's look at some of the comments. They diminished the character of Boba Fett by bringing up Mando as the new badass bounty hunter, which was totally unnecessary. And they wanted, and I'm sure this was a call to take, you know, Boba Fett had to keep his helmet off. It was just really weird to just see him walk around without the helmet like the entire time.
Yeah, which, I mean, it helped that he had the backstory with the Sand People, where, of course, he may, you know, most likely didn't. That was a good backstory to help with that whole issue. But at the same time, yeah, I can see where people would have problems with him taking off his helmet.
Crossover was discussed in 2021. I wasn't expecting that. I wanted to see more Beastmaster Danny Trejo. It was interesting that Robert Rodriguez directed that episode, and Robert Rodriguez promised us the third Machete movie was going to be Machete in space. So I'm glad that we, in a way, got Machete in space. I hate that Star Wars is becoming like Marvel. Feels like it's better when things are disconnected and there's no way for certain characters to cross over. It's why I love KOTOR. KOTOR was so long ago that they could still do that, right? I think we live in an age now where, and I'm guilty of doing this, where part of something being good is for people to recognize, like, oh, that's Luke, that's R2, like, and it almost lets a bad episode or otherwise, you know, something bad, like, slip under the radar, because nostalgia goes a long way for people. You're like, oh, it's these characters I wanted to see, like R2 and Grogu showing up in the X-Wing. The rest of that episode could have sucked, and I would have been fine. Like, that's all I needed. Like, that was awesome.
I'd say a lot of these filmmakers and TV show writers, etc., run on our generations, like Gen X, millennials, on this idea of our love of nostalgia. And I think that's what a lot of these shows, Marvel, DC, etc., they know we love us some good nostalgia. And that's because of the way we've been able to consume media in the past, like 20, 30 years, is different than what other people have been able to do, other generations. And I think that plays a big part in that.
I think we are going to see this. We're going to see an end. We're going to see a theme where Han does bring a young Ben Solo too. I mean, because they're tying it all together.
And if they can do what they
dope. Thank you so much. Thank you.
But if they can do what they've done with Luke and his de-aging, well, it's really basically CGI. And I think when I read about it, they hired an actor to kind of do the movements, and they've taken like composites of old footage and stuff of Mark Hamill. And I think he's been on set, or he's done some of the voicing and things like that, but they've also kind of used a computer to kind of do some of the voicing as well. They could do that with Harrison Ford also, if they wanted a younger Harrison Ford.
Absolutely.
100%.
I thought the show did a great job in terms of fleshing out the Tuskens as more than just savage natives.
Agreed.
They really went the Native American route with the Tuskens.
Yes.
Like, it was really interesting to see him, become one of them and being accepted as one of them. But that was cool. They did. I do agree with that. And that was the episode. That was episode 2. That's the one that I did like. It's just episode 3 that I don't know. It's so bad. The interconnected formula doesn't work for everything. It also doesn't allow newer characters to get an audience. True. Because immediately when Mando showed up, it's weird, right? Mando stole the show from Boba Fett, who's the original Mandalorian.
Yeah, right?
So it's really weird to see that happen. I truly don't like how connected these new shows are. Episodes 5 and 6 dipped the season for me, but they would have been good in a different show. Right. They would have been good in Mandalorian season 3. But if this is the route they're going to go, where all these shows are so connected, then I think it's something that we just have to come to accept. Last episode of Boba Fett lifted heavily from the unmade episode of the Clone Wars. The animated storyboards can be found online. Now, see, I didn't know about that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman will also return as Wolverine in Doctor Strange 2. So there are so many rumors about Doctor Strange 2, which things I'd like to see. I think putting these moments of nostalgia and weaves the Skywalker saga together, and it makes feel more like a complete history between the movies and animation. And now this, yes, because it definitely nails, like, it definitely tells you what's canon and what is not, right?
Exactly.
So as soon as you see it in one of the shows or the movies, then it is canon. Meaning whatever whenever these characters appeared, it all becomes canon now. If young Ben Solo isn't voiced by Adam Driver has way too deep of a voice to voice.
Yeah, it's hard to make him sound like a young child.
Wait, we're talking about Muppets Take Manhattan right now. Oh no, spoilers.
Oh no.
I thought the episode 9 was wrapping up the Skywalker saga in a weird way. Hey Panda, can you take over the show? I gotta take this call.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, guys. So he's taking a call right now. So let's go ahead and take some of your comments. Let's see. I want to move on from so Neil, I agree. That's a lot of people were expecting from the original or the new trilogy that came out, right? We were hoping that the movie, while we had some of the Skywalker family in it, like Luke Skywalker and of course Leia, etc., we were hoping that maybe it would move forward. And then when they did the last movie, then it basically became this whole big, family drama again, and it all just was about all these Skywalkers who are the Jedis, and there was no room for new Jedis. It didn't seem that way, at least in the movie. So a lot of people, I think, were hoping that the movies would create new potential Jedi characters that we could bring forward, and then that didn't happen. And I don't know if that the showrunners just think that we want to keep seeing these same characters over and over again. And it does hit, like when you first see like Luke Skywalker, when like in Mandalorian end of season 2, it hits you really hard when you see him. But then again, there are so many other characters. For example, I'm a big fan of the Thrawn books, for example, and I would love to see just, I know that he interacts with Darth Vader, etc., but there's so much of his backstory that I would love to explore. And that's a whole other, type of, area, a whole area that we could get into that doesn't even need to touch on the Skywalker family at all. And so there's a lot of that potential there. So I don't know why they keep going back to the Skywalker family, except that they seem to be at the center of the story because that's the original story that George Lucas created. Let's see. Yes. I do agree that there is a lot of potential. Like I said, there's so much potential the Star Wars universe has to expand. And we're actually going to talk when Omar gets back. We're going to talk about another universe that they're expanding, that's bringing back some old characters from films that we have seen previously, but also new characters. And that's the new Lord of the Rings series. It's coming out in September on Amazon, because that's another one of those where there is a huge, vast world that someone like Tolkien has created. So we don't need to keep going back to all the main characters, and yet they still play a part. You know, we'll talk about that in the Rings of Power, who's coming back from the original trilogy and or the original movies, how they're coming back, etc. So, but with Star Wars, I agree. There's a lot that you could talk about. I agree, Riv. I would love for Ezra to pop in, or Cal. That would be just a great way to expand some of those other characters and just get away from the ones we've seen so far. Hey.
We're still talking about Book of Boba Fett? Okay.
We're just talking about expanding the Star Wars universe beyond the Skywalker family, the Skywalker saga. And I was talking about, seeing Thrawn, and they were bringing about Ezra. Obviously, Ezra and Thrawn, they have, their relationship, but it would be really interesting to see them expand beyond that.
Actually, I agree with the KOTOR. I like to see KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. I love that comic book. Blew me away. To get away, if you want to get away from the Skywalker saga, then you go
and do that
millions of years before any of this stuff. So yeah.
Yes.
All right. What else are we talking about today? That was our quick.
It was a quick.
Longer than we thought.
So I had hinted at it when we were talking about universes and how they, getting away from main characters, and that was talking about the new Lord of the Rings series that is coming out, The Rings of Power. It's coming out on Amazon on September 2nd, and there was a very hefty article in Vanity Fair that's recently come out. Yeah, let's talk about that Palpatine family.
My Kentucky, but it's a beer mug, Tebon.
Yes.
So yeah, Rings of Power. All we've seen so far are the actual pictures, right, of the characters?
Yes. So we've got, let me see, I've got a lot of pictures here. So obviously this is taking place thousands of years before the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, before The Hobbit had taken place. So we are going to see Galadriel and Elrond, but they're going to be new actors, younger actors. Here's an image of the two of them as younger versions of Hugo Weaving and Cate Blanchett.
Okay.
Yep. And then it looks like Galadriel is going to have some type of a human lover. His name is Halbrand.
Those elves, man, they can't resist that human lover.
Yeah, that's right. Here's a better picture of him. And he's a new character that they're introducing. Yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see how that works out. And here's a better picture of Galadriel in her armor.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Who is this? The actress, I mean.
Oh, the actress. Her name is.
Amanda's always ready.
I always ready. It is
crazy.
I'm gonna try to pronounce. I think it's Morfydd Clark.
Wow, digging that out, man. Look at the design. How much money are they spending on this? This is gonna be nuts, man.
Well, we had done an episode where we talked about this. 3 years ago when this was first announced, right? And we weren't really sure what they were going to talk about. We had thought maybe they were going to do some young Aragorn or whatever. But I'm glad they went this far forward, because obviously, you could bring back characters, but they did that in The Hobbit, right? They even made sure they somehow created space for Legolas to come back, which is fine.
I do, Phil Owens. I want to do a little Googling after this show.
Yes. He's like, who cares? Because he's going to look her up to see what she's been in before.
Yeah, that's why. Sure.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's why. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's why. Okay. Yes. She's been in, she was in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and The Personal History of David Copperfield.
Bezos not sparing a single cent.
No, except on his workers. Ooh, I didn't say that.
I cannot believe you just said that.
Yeah, no.
And who is this?
She is a new dwarven princess, Disa.
Okay.
Yep. And then as far as diversity, because I know a lot of things that a lot of people are talking about. There's another new actor called Arendir. He's a Sylvan elf, and here's a picture of him. And it sounds
that actor looks familiar. Who is that? That looks like the guy from Game of Thrones.
His name is Ishmael Cruz Cordova. He's been in Mary Queen of Scots, In the Blood.
Mm-hmm.
He was Quinn in Chapter 6, The Prisoner of the Mandalorian. And Ray Donovan. He was in Ray Donovan. If anyone here has seen that.
I've seen Ray Donovan, but it's not that. I've seen this guy before.
He was in Sesame Street. He played Mando.
That's it. That's not Grey Worm. I thought it was Grey Worm at first.
It does kind of look like Grey Worm, but it's not him. He looks like someone else too. Another actor, but nothing. I'm looking at his IMDb. The Undoing. Have you seen that?
No. Let's keep going. Who else is in that?
All right. Then we've got Prince Durin the Fourth of Khazad-dûm, which I thought he was the other character who played another. He looks just like another actor who plays another dwarf in The Hobbit, and I was like, wait.
I thought so too.
But it's not
the older guy with the gray beard.
The one who was Thorin's kind of like mentor, the guy you always talk to. It's not the same guy.
It's from Sesame Street.
They look very similar. So here's a picture of young Elrond.
Now that guy looks familiar too.
Yes, a young Elrond, I believe. Let me go through here and look.
Who is she playing?
She's not in this at all.
How did that get in there?
Robert R. Mayo has been in The Kingsman.
Dwarf ever.
He was in the King's Man, the new one that came out that
that's why he looks familiar. He
was young Ned in Game of Thrones. So he was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
that's how you know him. He was young Ned in Game of Thrones. He's also been in The Empty Man, Behind Her Eyes, which is a TV
Empty Man based on a comic book by Cullen Bunn.
Yeah. I think he was in Mindhunter, which is an excellent
classic
TV
Amanda and her gifts. You know, you can't have an Amanda show without her classic gifts here. That was Salma Hayek at her finest.
Yes, that's his favorite.
Not in Lord of the Rings, but she was in Eternals.
She was actually, yes.
Yeah, she was.
Not as much as I thought she was going to be. So that's Bronwyn, and she is a human who's having a forbidden relationship with Arendir, the elf. So,
dude, once you got a taste of that elf, man, you can't go back.
You really can't.
What it's about, apparently.
But that's Nazanin Boniati, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced her name. But she's been in stuff like Homeland and Hotel Mumbai, Passengers. She was in that movie, the Wake Up hologram. Passengers, that awful movie that.
Oh, with what's his face?
Chris
Evans? Not Chris Evans.
No, the other Chris Pratt, Jennifer Lawrence, that everyone did not like. Yeah. Zoolander 2, she was in apparently. Scandal, she was in the TV show. So those are pretty much your main characters, or the ones they've introduced so far. There's a couple of other actors that are listed on IMDb that do not have names accredited to them. So we just don't know who they're going to be yet. They're probably keeping that under wraps as right now. And then that's J.A. Bayona, who's the director.
Okay.
And a lot of people would know him. Am I wrong in saying that he did the Jurassic World?
Sure.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, sure.
You don't remember?
I wasn't a fan of Jurassic World. However,
he just directed 2 episodes of it.
What, 2 episodes?
No. Yeah, he's known for. Well, not the whole thing. He did Monster Calls. I'm sorry, and The Impossible, which is that Tom Holland movie that I was talking about. I'm so confused. No, he did Fallen Kingdom. He did do Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I knew he did a Jurassic World.
Those are TV shows. Those are movies. Okay.
Yes. Well, this is epic movie size.
Okay.
So there you go.
So then that's a good segue to Blue and Baby. What's this?
Yeah, so that just came out. Was
The
the
trailer.
Jurassic World Dominion trailer.
Dude, I did not like the last. How many Jurassic Park movies have there been?
Yes, got it.
I like Jurassic Park 1.
That's a
2
great
was
movie.
okay. Half of 2 was okay. 3 was Jurassic World was 5 was. I didn't even watch 5.
Fallen Kingdom. That's the one that he directed.
This
The guy from
you know why I'm excited about this one. Have these people ever looked as hot as they?
No, honestly, they have not. I love Sam Neill with a beard.
Like, if I get old and look like that, then God has blessed me. Because oh my gosh, all 3 of them look so hot.
Yeah.
Let's see
I'm excited to see it. There's a lot. I mean, the trailer looked awesome to see a lot of the dinosaurs. They even bring back. I had to look it up. The Dilophosaurus, the one that spits the venom out.
Dinosaurs and bring back the Brontosaurus.
They brought him back because there's that dinosaur with Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, the one that killed.
Yep, that guy. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I am happy the old cast is back. The new cast. Remember when I talked about nostalgia? I'm like, if R2 and Grogu show up in the X-Wing, the rest of the show can go to crap. The rest of the movie can be crap. You have Sam Neill in there, Laura Dern. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I love how even in the trailer, the way Laura Dern approaches Sam Neill, his character. What's Doctor what? What doctor?
Alan.
Dr. Allen.
I just made that up. Why did you?
No, his name is Alan. Because remember
Alan Scott. Oh my gosh, what is his name? Melanie.
Alan. All I remember is the Velociraptor Jurassic Park 3, and it's the dream. He's like
Alan Grant.
Alan Grant, Dr. Grant, yeah, and Ellie, yeah.
I did. I was trying to think of what the Jurassic Park dinosaur doctor was.
I would know that.
Amanda didn't know. I thought you would know. Alan Grant. Thank you, everybody. Alan Grant. Alan Grant.
Alan Key. No, I'm really looking forward to seeing them all together again. And some of the visuals look great.
Yo, when Bryce Dallas Howard ran from the Tyrannosaurus Rex in high heels, I was done. I was like, what? And I love Bryce Dallas Howard. She came in and saved the damn Boba Fett show, but she ran from a T-Rex with high heels on.
Should we be surprised, given that who her dad is, that she has a little bit of directorial knowledge?
I'm for real. Like, remember when we were talking about the Mandalorian? I don't think we were doing the show, but I was like, season 2, man. All the Bryce Dallas Howard episode was awesome. She's great.
Yeah.
Melanie, why would I know?
Yeah, exactly. But June 10th is when that comes out. So I'm looking forward to it.
You throw in a little piano slow down version of the classic John Williams tune, I'm in. I stopped after 2. I mean, I like dinosaurs like the next Hombre, but the new ones I find it as entertaining as Sharknado 3. Yeah, I agree with that. Like the Jurassic World when they had the big creature. It just, I go back to my old self and talk about practical effects, right? We don't have that anymore. And it just became more CG, so it looks so fake. That's why I love The Mandalorian. And the things that I did like about Boba Fett were practical effects.
Exactly. There's something to be said for them. I mean, the original.
All right, Joe. I will too.
Oh boy. Jeez. I mean, the first Jurassic World. I kept going back to it because it's basically almost like the same story, right? Essentially, as the first Jurassic Park. But you got the guy the kid who's gonna play the next Iron Lad, and the kid from Tyson kid.
Dude, the day that I'm gonna turn my damn phone off and block you. The day that kid shows up as Iron Lad in one of the new shows.
Yes. All right, so let's talk about that. So there's a lot of stuff, guys. This is the part we're gonna talk about things that are coming up. Okay.
So everyone's already mentioning something. He's like, we're gonna do this whole show and not mention Walking Dead final season returns on Sunday. What's up, Marquez?
I have to catch up a lot on The Walking Dead.
Gave up on The Walking Dead, so good for the people that are still watching it. I don't know what season is this, 15?
This is the last one. I think 11, I thought, is what I read, but I could be wrong.
Is Rick in it?
No, he's gone. Yeah.
I thought they were going to do a movie to wrap up that.
It never had. Yeah. I don't know if that ever happened. And that's the problem. Like I was reading an article about AMC and how AMC used to have all of these used to be known for all of its acclaimed series. It had Mad Men, etc. Breaking Bad was FX, right?
AMC was Breaking Bad. Mad
Okay,
Men,
so it had all
Mad
those,
Men
right?
was,
But then once The Walking Dead came out, all of a sudden AMC was never known to be the TV channel that did a lot of spin-offs. But then you get all this stuff happening with The Walking Dead, and it seems to be they were putting all their money in just Walking Dead, and they weren't bringing on new shows. And it's true. I mean, honestly, I couldn't tell you anything new, and maybe it's because I haven't felt interested in it, but anything new that AMC's done that isn't a Walking Dead or Fear of the Walking Dead or anything like that. Yeah, Tavon said we had 3 Walking Dead shows this year. I mean, they really, it changed because they used to not be like that. And all of a sudden it's, in the last 10, 12 years, it's just been focused on one franchise.
It is crazy that it's, it's doing its own thing, which is great. But look at all these people waking up from
good morning
the world. Good morning. Happy for you to join us, and I will see you guys at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Saturday morning show. Crazy that it's still going. I will say that.
Exactly.
Like Frank Darabont bringing that show to AMC was the best thing that happened to AMC outside of because that was before Mad Men and that was before Breaking Bad, before AMC really blew into its own, making its own TV shows. So I gave up on it though. I think I stopped at season 4. I think I watched some of Negan with my brother because Negan was like,
well, he was my
bad, favorite
right?
character,
yeah,
in the comics. So I wanted to see how he was treating the TV show, and he was toned down quite a bit. So good for the people that are still enjoying it. You all get to enjoy 11 seasons. That's a lot more than most shows get.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of shows don't get that, except for Grey's Anatomy, and I don't know how that.
I was going to think, Supernatural shows that have lasted that long.
That's exactly. I'm like, how much story do you have to tell? But anyways, yeah, so there's a lot. So that's coming out soon, but there's a lot of stuff coming out. The first thing I want to talk about is, I'm sure you've all have seen the big Netflix 2022 trailer, where you have a lot of famous actors talking to the camera about all their movies, or not about their movies, but hinting at the movies they're going to be doing for Netflix. And there's a lot coming out. We've got the big Knives Out 2 is the big one, right? With Daniel Craig. And a lot of people are excited for that. It has a great cast. Still don't have a determined date when that's going to be released. But the most recent one that's coming out is The Adam Project, which I had no idea this was a thing, but I'm looking forward to it. And it's starring Ryan Reynolds, and he actually goes back in time. He's a future to his younger self, and his parents are Mark Ruffalo. Yes. And Zoe Saldana's in it too, because she's in everything. Mark Ruffalo and Jennifer Garner are his parents, and his dad, I guess there's a whole thing around it, but they're his parents, which I think is crazy. If anyone watched 13 Going on 30, so it's really good to see those two reunite. But I had no idea that movie's coming out, so looking forward to that. The Gray Man is coming out in July, and that's the Russo brothers, but that stars Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans with a god-awful mustache.
Oh yeah, that's where it's from. Okay.
Yes. Gotcha. And so that's really interesting. And then Slumberland's coming out, and that stars Jason Momoa. It's like a kid's fantasy. And then you have another movie called Day Shift that's coming out as well with Jamie Foxx, and it is a vampire movie. And Del Toro's Pinocchio is coming out, which will be really cool to see.
Interesting. I thought that was on hiatus for the longest time. Okay, so it's still coming. Good.
It is coming out this year. And then Enola Holmes 2 with Henry Cavill. And
I've never saw the first one. I need to watch the first one. You really liked it, didn't you?
I did. I enjoyed it. Yeah. But I still love Henry Cavill.
I tried to read Robert Kirkman Firepower, and I hated it. Only could get to 2 issues. I mean, he did Walking Dead and Invincible, and I fuck with those comics, but Firepower couldn't get into it. I'm not the biggest fan of Walking Dead. I never did like it. Reading it, I thought it was okay. Invincible, though, is one of my favorites. And Firepower, to me, feels more like Invincible, especially in the way that the art style was done. But there are some things like I didn't like Oblivion song. So
yeah.
Attack of the Block was so good. So they're doing Attack the Block too? Huh. I didn't know about that. What else is coming out? What about Disney Plus? What do we know about Disney Plus, Panda?
So we know the most current, the next thing that is coming out will be Moon Knight, right? And that's March 30th. Yeah.
Wow, March is getting a lot of love.
Yeah, March actually getting a lot of love.
I remember if I could curse on my own. I couldn't remember, man. Walking on eggshells after those manga strikes, man. You gotta walk on eggshells for a minute.
He's gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful, man. They don't.
But no, I'm super psyched to see the Moon Knight. I mean, Oscar Isaacs looks great in it. Ethan Hawke.
He's already played an Egyptian.
Yeah, so he's got
Apocalypse in that crappy X-Men.
It's got to be better than Apocalypse. It's just got to be better than that.
I am interested to see their take on it, and I hope. Sometimes when creators take freedom, with these characters, like Vigilante, for example, which is nothing like the comics. I can see people that love the comics going, "That's not my Vigilante."
Yeah,
like it's different. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with different. All right, what else? What else comes out?
Let's see. So as far as TV shows, we have we talked about this earlier.
Tommy's not on Disney Plus.
No, it's on Hulu.
Right? Yeah. Which is owned by Disney.
Well,
right,
Frederic, where are you though? Because
that's right. That's right.
Overseas, yeah, they don't have Hulu overseas. They have Star.
That's crazy.
So there's a good chance that might be where it is. So it could actually be on Disney. Oh, it's on Disney Plus in Canada. Wow. Well,
wow.
It is not here in America. It is on Hulu.
We don't even have the Michael Jackson episode of The Simpsons on Disney Plus.
Yeah, they got rid of a lot of stuff on.
Wow.
Yeah, they censor.
We're going to talk about Halo.
We're going to talk about. I got Master Chief lined up because, we've got. Yeah, we've got some Master Chief. Halo and me.
Amanda remembers those Halo nights.
Halo and me go way back. Omar knows. I've fallen asleep at his house, waking up yelling at him and my husband, who was just my boyfriend, about them being up too late at night. I want to go home.
One more game, Amanda, and then she wake up at 2 a.m. going, "What time is it? 2?" Oh man,
I can't even tell you.
Words that came out of this woman's mouth.
I hate them so much. Halo. Ugh, and I'm not good at that game, but I love the alien sword and the Covenant sword. I want one of those. I'm not good at shooting.
Would be cool. That would be cool. So yeah, Moon Knight comes out. She-Hulk. What's after Moon Knight?
So Moon Knight comes out, and then as far as Disney Plus shows for Marvel, there's still no set date for Ms. Marvel, which I imagine will be the next one, except that Obi-Wan comes out May 25th. So if you look at at the timeline of Moon Knight, they may not do a Marvel show until after Obi-Wan finishes. I don't know if they want to have a Marvel and Star Wars show coming out at the same time. It's just one of the same of the caliber as Obi-Wan. So I would imagine that Ms. Marvel may not come out until, I would say July. And then
I've heard that they're doing reshoots of Ms. Marvel too. I wonder if
they might be adding characters. I know that Charlie Cox recently did a interview where he finally gets to talk about his spoilers cameo in Spider-Man No Way Home, and he's hinted that there's more to come. And I know a lot of people are thinking he's gonna be in She-Hulk because obviously she's an attorney, he's an attorney. It makes sense.
Yes, dude. Season 6 of The Simpsons. If you have the physical DVD, you can sell that for a lot of money because that has the Michael Jackson episode. All right, so we don't know the dates of She-Hulk. We don't know the dates. So Echo is 2023, right? I think.
Yeah.
Okay. The Marvels is coming out before Ms. Marvel. Is that correct, or is that after Ms. Marvel?
No, I believe that's going to be after Ms. Marvel because you still have Doctor Strange is May 6th now. And then you have Thor, Love and Thunder in July. And when does the Marvels come out?
I really thought that was this year. Before.
Nope, February.
Oh, not okay.
February 17th, of 2023 now.
So
then
we
still got this movie coming out soon though. I know everyone's. Where is it? Did I not put it on here? Nope. I know everyone's excited for that. That awesome poster.
Oh my gosh!
Look at that awesome poster that's coming
out on April Fools.
Maybe that's a joke.
Oh my gosh! I forgot about that.
Nope, it's coming out.
I forgot about that movie, man.
No, it's how could you forget? Because we still are trying to figure out what universe it's in.
Yeah, we can talk about that sometime too. Miss Marvel was supposed to release in 2021. Keep it away, it burns us.
It burns us.
Oh, come on, man. It's Jared Leto. He's a method actor.
Yeah.
So he spent like 5 months in a cave learning to be a vampire bat. That's all I got.
No.
Okay. So what about DCU? We know we have 4 big movies. Batman.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that it for Marvel as far as the TV shows and movies?
Yeah, I mean, Thor: Love and Thunder still July 8th. After that, Black Panther right now is November 11th. But
that did
hopefully everything. Well, it had to get because of everything that went on behind the scenes. I mean, their production has been kind of just ransacked with issues with Letitia Wright getting injured and her issues with the injury. I think that's
okay.
True. Yes. So there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with that one that's just been keeping it pushed, just been keeping it up in arms or up in the air as far as a release date's concerned.
Isn't the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special coming out this year?
It's supposed to come out at the end of this year. Yeah.
Okay. And then James Gunn said this is the last time, or I'm sorry, Guardians 3 will be the last time this group is together.
And that's May of 2023.
Oh my gosh. That's going to be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about Secret Invasion? When is that taking place?
Secret Invasion, I don't think that has a particular release date yet.
We know Emilia Clarke is attached to the project, right?
Yes, we know that. And of course, we know that Samuel Jackson will be a part of it. Ben Mendelsohn will be a part of it. But I don't think they have a release date for it. It says 2022, but there's no, as of right now, it's still ongoing in production. So if it happens, it's going to be later in the year. Much later. Okay. But they still have to get with Ms. Marvel and She-Hulk first to have to come out before that comes out. So they may end up pushing it 2023. We'll see.
I hope not. I hope not. Because that was pretty exciting. Okay. I think that's it for Marvel.
Yes.
All right. Let's go to DC because we have 4 big movies. Batman.
Huge. Batman. Huge. March 4th.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Catwoman looks hot.
Zoe Kravitz is a very sexy
costume. She's just
very sexy.
Whatever. She can wear whatever.
Yes.
Then we have Flash coming out after that.
Exactly.
Right? Mm-hmm. And this is Flashpoint? That's what we're calling it?
No, Black Adam's actually scheduled before that. Black Adam comes out July 29th.
Oh, okay. Black Adam. Okay.
Yes. Didn't I already say something else comes out July 29th?
I hope not, because that would be a bad time for Black Adam to compete.
No, it is okay. I'm thinking of Black Adam. Yeah, okay. I am thinking of Black Adam. You're right.
That'd be after Black Adam is Flash, then.
Yes, that's November 4th.
So then, when does Aquaman 4 come out? Or 2?
So Aquaman 4 is December 16th. So and Aquaman or Aquaman 2, but Aquaman the original one came out Christmas time because that's when we saw it last time.
Yeah, we went to see
that. So that's not honestly out of the realm for that one.
Okay. Secret Invasion has just been shooting in Leeds.
Oh,
about 20 miles down the road. That's awesome. You're not in Leeds though because you said 20 miles, not kilometers. So I don't believe that's. When is HBO? Yeah, I was thinking about the Green Lantern course. So there are some shows coming to HBO. HBO Max, right? We have Blue Beetle, I believe.
Blue Beetle still coming. Yep.
We have Green Lantern Corps. We still don't have any. What about Shazam 2? They didn't. I didn't see that in the release.
I did not see that either. But I don't. Have they just finished filming that?
I thought that was going to be this year, honestly, because
I thought it was too.
But they didn't share any footage of that. In the trailer.
No, it was pushed back to 2023. It is not happening yet.
Oh, that sucks. Man, those kids are gonna be old. They're not gonna be
I mean, gosh, Jack Dylan Grazer, who played his sidekick, That kid alone. I mean, and then Asher Angel, who plays Billy Batson in the kid form.
Grace Fulton can now play Mary Marvel.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to be like remember in the original Shazam, she only played Mary.
Yep.
And somebody else played superhero Mary Marvel.
Yep.
Now she can play Mary Marvel. I think she is. She is. Yeah, she's playing Mary Marvel.
I think she's playing both of them. Yeah. I mean,
that's
no, they still. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, she's everybody.
As long as Adam Brody's still playing.
You and Adam Brody.
I love me some Adam Brody.
Oh, Megan Good though.
And Megan Good, yeah, that's pretty awesome.
She was good. She was good. All right. So those are the 4 movies, and what about the TV shows from DC? We got Blue Beetle.
But don't forget DC Super Pets comes out soon too.
I'm actually excited about that.
Because I think Ryan Reynolds and Chris Evans has a voice in that one, right? Yeah.
All is forgiven. Not Chris Pratt, really? That guy's
no. It was I know, right? No, it was Chris Evans because a lot of people there was these stupid headlines saying that DC has taken Chris Evans. Like, guys, it's for a animated. This is not the same thing, guys. So let's not get crazy here.
Megan Good. I need to find a gift from Megan Good. For the superhero theme. I mean,
yeah, you should do Megan Good from Stomp the Yard because that's my favorite.
Yeah, sure. I'll do Megan Good from Stomp the Yard.
Yeah, you could do that.
I'll find one of Zoe Kravitz too. But until I find one of Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, I do have to play the greatest Catwoman. It's been a while. Practical effects, baby. Never fails.
Never fails.
Never
they
fails.
Always, yes. But I mean, we've already have Peacemaker, which, besides its badass opening number, which where is it? Where's Eagly?
Eagly.
I
love that Eagly misses his mark and has to move up a little bit. It's the best. Like, that is some good CG. Yo, Batgirl's supposed to be out this year, but as an HBO Max original. Oh, really? No theater?
Yeah.
And
then we know Titans. I know with the Titans news, they casted
I miss these gifts.
They casted Joseph Morgan, who is from Vampire Diaries and the originals, to play Brother Blood, I think. So that would be interesting. Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that'll be very interesting.
Okay, so then what happens? Static. Wasn't Static supposed to have a movie or a TV show?
Me too, Tavon. Okay. Love that movie.
Yeah, you two can have
that movie
about Stomp the Yard later after the show's over.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
2 hours here. The Static movie based on Static Shock.
That's right.
Or Static, the book.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it recently. I'm trying to look to see if it is. Oh, well, Sandman. We know that's coming out soon.
Sandman on Netflix. What an interesting thing.
I'm excited to see that. And that comes out, I have it written down here. June 3rd. Yeah. So sooner rather than later.
I'll watch it. I don't know how I feel about it yet.
You'll just have to wait till you actually see it and see what they do.
I don't like it's Sandman holds a special place in my heart.
I know.
It's so difficult to, I guess it's the same way a lot of people feel about books, right? Like there's certain books that you hold near and dear to you that you never want to see a adaptation of. Yeah. Can we get a cat ending? You missed it, man. It was earlier.
You missed it, Greg Garlu. I mean, I'm sure he will play it again at some point.
That wasn't me.
You.
That was all her.
Oh, it was me that played it?
She did that. She comes with the gifts. Yeah, when Amanda won here, ain't no gifts being played, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, but so when you're looking at TV shows, there are no hard and fast dates on when these premiere. We know that Titan Season 4 will likely premiere at the end of the year. Probably Doom Patrol 4 Season 4 will probably premiere.
There is a
Young Justice Phantoms did come out, which I was excited about. I did watch that because I do love the Young Justice animated
show. A Gotham TV show with Nightwing rumored to be
the PD one. Gotham PD, is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now it's still in development though. See, that's the problem. A lot of these that you're talking about are still in development. They haven't even when you look at Gotham, there's a Penguin TV series in development, Superman TV series or movie.
Oh wait, well,
Green Lantern's Corps.
Superman and Lois is still coming out on the CW, right? And
Yeah.
we still have the CW shows, right? Superman and Lois and Stargirl still coming out.
Stargirl, they're still doing their thing. Yeah. So
Oh.
there's a lot of stuff that's right now just in development. So we'll see what makes it out of development and onto.
I love to see some milestone. I love to see Icon, honestly. Like animated Icon would be great.
Yeah.
Justice League Dark animated series would be nice, or bring back Constantine.
I know there's a Justice League Dark that's in development, but whether or not it's an animated series, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
and I also see from some of the articles that there's a Constantine in development too. I don't know if it's going to star the Constantine from the CW show. It's definitely not going to have Keanu Reeves in it, which I would have been just okay with because I like that movie.
Hey, it's your number one fan. I haven't seen this guy in so
Hey,
long.
Undisputed.
Is that a song? Is that from Stomp the Yard?
No, there's a song from 10 Things I Hate About You. I want you.
That's
to
not
want
from
me.
that. That's an actual song. That's not from the damn movie.
Where we go with that? Yeah, but then as far as other superhero stuff, The Boys, their anthology series, the animated one comes out on March 4th, and I'm really excited to see.
Whoa, that is
and
right
then
around the corner.
And then season 3, the actual season 3, comes out on June 3rd.
Excited about that.
Yes.
What's the Dion show on Netflix? I watched season 1.
Raising Dion?
Yeah, season 2 is out now.
Yeah, it is out.
It was good. I like season 1. I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't watched season 2 yet.
Animated Crisis on Infinite Earths movie.
That'd be really
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I Want You to Want Me is from
It is.
Not from 10 Things I Hate About You, but that's okay.
Pretty sure they play that song though.
Big, but not Cheap Trick. It's okay. She's a child of the 80s, so that's why. Right? Cheap Trick was born
in the 80s, but child of the 90s. My mom listened to a lot of Mr. Big when she would drive us to her classes for law school, and we would have to hang out outside of the classes because she didn't have childcare. So I listened to a lot of Mr. Big.
That's a good order. Back swap thing. Oh yeah, I never saw the anime Catwoman.
I have not
seen
it.
So built towards Young Avengers. I know, man, and we're getting about to hit the 2-hour mark, but that's something I really want to talk about. With this, maybe another episode, maybe next week. The slow build towards Young Avengers. Do we think the mid credits on Eternals is starting to put together an MI13? Oh, I'd love to see Captain Britain and Pete Wisdom. Man, those guys would be great.
That'd be awesome.
I don't know. It is weird because we're slowly seeing maybe Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., slowly seeing maybe Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts. Something's going on, right? But we need more. Basically,
we need more.
Treating Justice League Dark like the Marvel Netflix show. So far, we have Constantine and Madame Xanadu. Zatanna will be a theatrical movie. Really? When that's coming from Bruce Wayne. So if anybody knows.
Letters to Cleo did the one for 10 Things I Hate About You. You're right, Gus Scott. That's well done. No, but
your singing is so beautiful, man.
Oh, thank
you. How
you.
often do you hear that? I mean, like every day.
Every day. My daughter, my 3-month-old smiles and laughs.
You or the radio? Is that you or the radio?
Shut up.
CG that they used in Peacemaker. It's high time they made an animal.
I say so.
Oh, I'll be all over that. And then HBO Max Justice League live action show. These will be set in the DCEU, so no previous actors. It is interesting to pick my movie tonight: Lost Daughter or I haven't seen Lost Daughter.
Ooh, well, what are you in the mood for? Are you the mood for some nostalgic period piece drama or a dark, a psychological thriller of sorts? It kind of up to you.
Daughter. It's a good movie to watch.
It's a great movie. The ending, I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts on what you think the real ending is of that movie. So go see it. Watch it and let me know.
Captain America or Brick House Captain America? Give me the Brick House.
Captain Britain. You keep saying Captain America.
I'm sorry. That's racist. Captain Britain. Oh. For some reason, Brick House Captain America reminded me of Brick House or Rob Liefeld's big chesticle Captain America. Man, I gotta go with Brick House Cap. The way that Alan Davis drew him. Please, no Eternals 2.
All right, speaking of Marvel, let's quick before we wrap up because we have like 5 minutes left. I know, but we'll have to talk more about this. I'm still deciding on what our next show next week's going to be about, but I think I have some ideas. Yeah,
Patreon's the closest thing to OnlyFans. That's right.
Yes. The rumors. Who do you guys think? So this Sunday, guys, is Super Bowl, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are saying there's going to be a new Doctor Strange teaser, and it's going to show a bunch of variants. So what variants do you guys think are going to show up in this Doctor Strange 2 teaser? Because we've got, let's see, the rumors are Sir Ian McKellen is going to show up again as Magneto. The one you told me about today was John Krasinski, but not as Mr. Fantastic, but as Captain America, who he originally auditioned for. I know that a lot of people say definitely Tobey Maguire will come back as his Spider-Man because his stunt double was apparently everyone was saying he was talking about being on set, or there's something around that. This is the big one I want to see. The Tom Cruise's Iron Man's another one I've heard too.
Because Tom Cruise's Iron Man. I mean, who loves themselves more than Tom Cruise, right? Like, he would have been perfect if they could not get Robert Downey Jr. I think Tom Cruise
loves himself on the camera. Yeah, that would have been a perfect
there's a reason why he's a producer in all his movies and why there's like 38,000 zoom-ins on his face in every one of his movies.
Yes. Even in Tropic Thunder when he's in it. Everything zoomed in on his face.
So awesome in Tropic Thunder.
I love it.
Lou Ferrigno.
That would be so amazing.
Awesome. Yes. What an answer.
A lot of people are saying Deadpool 2, and I think Rob Liefeld actually had made a comment about that hinted that he's been watching.
Would be perfect.
Deadpool, he would cameo. It would be the weirdest cameo, the best cameo ever. But
David Hasselhoff is Nick Fury.
Oh, I would love it so much. Yes, please.
Oh, wait.
Someone's saying Nicolas Cage is Ghost Rider, and I would be
guy back.
No, he's
the Red Skull.
Yeah, that Red Skull.
The Red Skull. Can we get the Red Skull back?
Yeah, people are saying, obviously Sophie Turner's Jean Grey. I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see. I mean, they did bring back Evan Peters in a non-multiverse role.
CGI'd Stan Lee cameo. I wonder if it's it's weird, right? Because to a lot of us it'd be like quite a tribute to him, but then some people might be like, "Oh, it's too soon. It's not."
Yeah.
A little cringy, right? I don't know.
They talked about. I think I remember the directors are John Watts and No Way Home. They talked about trying to pay homage to Stan Lee in some way, and I know they ended up not doing that.
Wow, Donald Glover as Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
That would be amazing. I'm thinking a lot of people say that Sir Patrick Stewart.
Neil.
The only Daredevil is going to appear in these from now on is Charlie Cox. Loki could probably make an appearance. I wouldn't be surprised if both Lokis, female and male Loki.
That should be a t-shirt. More boner, please.
No
more boner.
Some people say Gamora might make an appearance, which would make sense in a lot of ways.
Really? What would that mean?
Well, because she's been running around. Who knows? Kind of, she could be running around through time in a way, or through the multiverses.
The Gamora that got away.
The Gamora that got away.
X-Men team. Now, there's something I can get behind. I'm good with that. Yes.
I don't think that Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine, guys. Though I love him to death, but I don't think he's coming back even for a cameo. I think he's.
You don't know anything.
You don't know. I know. I know. I know, but the Tobey Maguire one is
helicopter.
If it comes, it's awesome. It was in Loki. It could be there too.
Doctor Strange too. That's the thing that I was just talking about when we were talking about Boba Fett. It's like sometimes these episodes are really good because we're sitting there going, oh, and is there even a plot? Do we even need a plot? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
And Doctor Strange by freaking Sam Raimi. So all I want is a variant.
Bruce Campbell?
Yes, Bruce Campbell as a variant of Professor X or somebody like that. That would make my day. Or Wolverine. I'd take him on Wolverine too. Oh, man. Yeah. The list could be, there's so many movies they could pull from, so many TV shows.
Yes.
Why not? Saw what Spider-Man 3 did. Doctor Strange can.
Yes,
just amazing.
Yeah, as long as they stay true to the story and they don't go overboard with the variants and cram it all in. Oh, well,
Duncan, rest in peace.
rest in peace.
But I don't agree with that. I love Michael Clark Duncan. I think he was a phenomenal
Vincent
actor.
D'Onofrio is still
Danny DeVito is Wolverine.
That, ever since I don't know if everyone remembers Danny DeVito in a little movie called Big Fish, and he was like a werewolf in the movie, and I just always think because he's all hairy and he's like scratching his ear, it's like he could be a Wolverine.
I was thinking along that route of not the 3 Kitty Prydes, but the 3 actresses that have played Jubilee. That would be good.
Yes. All
of Mutant X, like the TV show Mutant X or the comic book. But what else, Amanda? Before we wrap up tonight, what else?
Nope. I think that's it.
We did it.
I think we did it. I think we hit most of it.
Virtual high five.
Yes. Yeah.
Big Fish was beautiful. I agree.
It was a beautiful film. Yeah.
Yep. Bob Hoskins. He talked to me for about 30 minutes about how Bob Hoskins would have been the
I remember that.
That was an awesome conversation. Before we go, I want to leave you all with my best anime.
Anime.
No, it's the way you pronounce it. Anime. She's all snooty. She's just like the Oscars. So Amanda, when can people see us again?
Next Friday, same time, same bat channel. Near Mint. That's where you can find us. And we'll put out what we're going to talk about next week, which should be exciting. And it'll be way more focused than this episode was.
This was like friends coming together again, drinking and just having a good night.
Exactly.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed it.
I hope you all did.
A lot of fun. I'm glad to have you back.
I'm glad to be back. Very excited. And I can't wait for next week, guys. And hopefully by then we'll have an awesome Doctor Strange 2 trailer that did not disappoint and leave us all in a wrench. And no, nothing else comes out by then. Oh, well, nope. The first episode of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel will. So we can,
Oh, that's still a thing. That's still a thing.
I love that show. But anyways, you want me to sign us off?
You got this.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And remember to follow us all on social media at nearmintcon. Remember to also check us out on our Patreon if you want to support us and Omar's addiction to crazy cool socks. For just as little as $1 a month, you can make sure that Omar always has socks on his feet.
I do.
Yes. And of course, if it's classy and cool, it must be near Mint. Have a great night, everyone. And we will see you all next week.
Yes. Oh, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And bye.
Good journey.
Good journey. That